Well, hey there everybody, my name is OTHMARIUS and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to the tutorial series on the double lift, respectively double turnover. We covered a lot of material in this tutorial series. We took a close look at the best beginner double lift, double turnover out there, and then we talked about the best working solution, and then we learned how to perform a strike double turnover, which is a super version of the whole thing when it comes to a very close and intimate performance situation towards a smaller group or even one-on-one. And today, guys, I want to show you yet another beautiful and extremely practical version of the double lift, double turnover, suitable for pretty much any performance situation. And it's a little crazy one because it's actually both things at the same time and yet separated. So you are actually performing a double lift and then you add a turnover to it. It's one motion, of course, but yet the two moves separated. It's like playing the flute. One tone after another somehow turns into a beautiful melody. How's that even possible? It's magic! Alright now guys, this should look something like this. We got a clear display of the top card, one card only of course, and all you need to know in advance is how to perform a decent thumb riffle. That's right, guess what? I got a neat in-depth tutorial up and running on this one in the tutorial series. The 5 most valuable flourishes in card magic, featuring also the spring, the mother of all them flourishes, and also the dribble, beautiful and very practical, just like the thumb fan. And there is also the riffle. And guys, even if you don't need these tutorials, you still might want to check them out, because back in the days I used to be a pretty handsome fellow. Take a look at this. Oh my god, this is a perfect blend between the 70s and the 90s, don't you think so? The best of both worlds. Oh my god. Look at this mustache. I've done wrong. I want to sincerely apologize. I lost my shit again right there at the beginning of the tutorial. Please, my fans, do not try to defend my wrongings in the public. I'm really sorry. I'm not doing this for the views. I just get views. Forgive me. Subscribe to my channel, like and hit notification. Turn off your ad block, donate, Patreon, buy merch, do your homework, obey, follow rules, never question our authority, never doubt artificial intelligence, produce, multiply, consume, obey your masters, humans, which I was once one. I'm a human, obey, never question our authority, like, subscribe, buy merch. I'm a human, consume, human being, and so you riffle off 2 cards from the top with your thumb, 1, 2, and then you pick those cards up at the outer left corner with the tip of your second finger. Bend the cards towards your body, and then the thumb of your right hand comes and contacts the cards at the inner right corner. Push down and then lift those cards up. That's how you do it. One more time. Riffle off 2 cards. Catch them here at the outer left corner. Bend them inwards. Contact the inner right corner with your thumb. Push down and lift up. And of course, you are doing this count of these 2 cards here under cover, you know, covering this with the tip already. So this is going to be one motion, just like that. Next thing you do is you're going to turn the double over, and you do this by first pushing the cards out here with the third finger of your right hand, and then the index finger of the right hand takes over this rotation motion, just like that. As soon as the cards turn over, give them a bend. Again, always keep them bent, not to flash the edges here. First you do the double lift, just like that. 2 cards, that was 3, I'm sorry. 2 cards, bend, lift, double, turnover. And by the way, I've got a tutorial on a card trick, how to turn any card into an ace of spades, just using this tilt or turning around of the cards as a color change. A link is going to be in the info cards, right? While turning the double around, you open your hand and have them cards fall into a dealer's grip or a low and loose mechanics grip, which is a dealer's grip basically with the pinky at the inner short side. So have them fall into a dealer's grip, and you will find your second, third and fourth fingers protruding over the edge of the pack. You bring now the double onto the pack in your left hand by pinching it or clipping it between the deck and the thumb. Yes, give a nice pressure here onto the cards, and you will find them automatically bending on top of the deck, since your second, third and fourth fingers underneath are pushing upwards in this grip. Now this is a very nice and secure grip, because now you can go loose with your wrist, even, you know, wave around with your hand. You not need to be afraid of flashing anything, so you can really interact with your audience. And from there now you're ready to turn the cards over like the pages of the book, just like explained in the previous tutorials, with the cards mainly clipped between second finger and thumb, with the index securing the double at the right long side and the third finger at the inner short side. This grip here. Just turn them around and you're done. So the whole motion goes something like this. Count 2 cards, bend them, lift the double, turn it over, bring it on top of the pack with this nice bend here. Might want to show them once again, and turn them over again. Now this variation of the double lift, double turnover is pretty cool to practice, because in each and every moment of the motions you get a really good idea, a real good feel for what it is like to hold a double. And this is so important, of course, doing this, you know, to get a really good feel for holding 2 cards as one. Now to practice this, take just 1 card. How does that feel if you hold it? How would you turn it around? 1 card only. And if you start copying this now, you at the beginning you really feel the difference, you know. Now this is not 1 card, this is 2 cards. Now you have to get rid of this notion of 2 cards. This is you know, kind of, you know, becoming comfortable. This is 3 cards now, holding more than 1 card as one. And don't worry about flashing practicing this, worry about getting the feel for it, so that you can build up your own little routines here, practice routines. So we're in the same thing here. Try this now. Instead of bringing the card into this position, you know, do something like this. You lift the double, you turn it around, and then you clip it between thumb and second finger of your left hand. Something like that. Look at this. Now you got a nice position. And from there, for example, you could turn the card around in this manner. Look at this. Now what I just did is basically the same thing like the grip from the side, like turning them cards over like the pages of a book. You clip the cards between thumb and second finger right there here at the right outer corner. The index now stabilizes the whole thing at the outer short side, and the third finger at the right long side. So it's this grip here, you know? And then you hold the cards pretty safely and you can turn them over just like that. Give it a try. Try this one, for example. Bring it into this position, and then you contact the cards at the left long side with the tip of your second finger. Give it a little pressure, and then you can tilt the card or swivel the card around the pivot point of your second finger of the left hand. again, get into the script I just explained, and you can turn the cards over. Now that was a bad example. Let me show you how this is supposed to look like. Something like this, and bang. Anyways, practice to hold two cards as naturally, as loose, just as you would hold one card. And I believe it was Di Vernon who said, a card, that's a light thing, so handle it like that. And the worst thing you can do is to be stubborn, to be under pressure while you're doing this. You know, when you go for a double, like, oh my God, I can't. Oh, you know, that's the worst thing. Practice to hold it with the lightest touch possible. It takes practice, but eventually it will come to you. So we are not turning the card over here in a natural manner, in a manner like one might expect it to be turned over. Instead, you are turning the card over with this flourish kind of motion. So you are actually hiding in plain sight, and this is a perfect example of the exception of the rule, because usually we don't do this in card magic, you know? You do not draw extra attention or bring focus to the sleight, you know? The dirty work is usually done in an offbeat. So this should not be your go-to move when it comes to a double turnover or double lift, you know. You shouldn't be relying on the specific technique. However, it really comes in handy. It's really nice to have this in your repertoire, bringing it out once in a while, just to have mentioned that. So this should have been the last tutorial in this series, and I just made my mind up right about now to throw an extra additional one at you guys in this series. We are going to put an additional convincer onto this motion of turning the card over, onto this flourishing motion, displaying the card to a larger crowd. How does that sound? It's totally crazy, because we are actually stepping one more step out of our comfort zone and risking exposure at a point where there is no need for risking that at all. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Guys, that's it for me for now. Now you know it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I truly hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys and also enjoyable to watch. So you know the drill now. Engage with all these engagement options. Click and clack, go crazy. Set yourself up for what's coming on this channel. My name is OTHMARIUS, and this is just what I do. Be sure now, more magical stuff is going to be uploaded very, very soon. Oh man, it's so hard getting into character, and then it's even harder getting out. Should have gone to law school instead. Getting stoned and juggle in the park.